Ah, ah, hello. Are things working? Okay. Oh, that's up. Ooh, that's a little scary. Hope no one saw anything important. Okay. Hi. Hello. It's me, the local of the virtual of the bakers, again. Salty. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. Alright. Hey, hello, how are we all doing today? Why is that going up? Stop that. Go down. Stop showing stuff. Alright. How are we all doing today? We all doing well? Doing good? Are we doing better than subpar? I hope we are. The camera's scaring me now. Oh, that's really scaring me. Alright. That should be fine, right? There's nothing gonna be show. Like, you can only see... Arm. There you go. Hello. Hi. I can't see if Twitch is talking at all. Hold on, let me see if I can actually make sure I can see if that was... Felt that last time. Alright, now I can see. But it's so subtle. Alright. Hi! Hello! Today we are doing a lot of things. But to give you the TLDR of what we are doing today, essentially what we are doing today, we are actually just doing a lot of, not simple, well, kind of simple. We're doing some experimentations, we're doing some holiday prep for myself, because I still gotta do a bit of that, and, you know, it's going to be Christmas in like 2 days, so I got a lot of stuff to get done, but we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna also be learning some other things on the side. But, I think I should tell you what's the agenda for today. And speaking of which, I forgot to change the prep list. Hold on, wait, I gotta make sure the prep is correct. Alright. So. Oh, wait, there's another thing I gotta write down. Hold on. Okay. So yeah, as you can see on that list there, we got a few things we need to do today. We got quite a lot of things that we need to do today, in the sense of me planning out things. And one of those things I'm actually fairly excited about, because I get to try this. Try using some of this fun stuff. Midori. One of those only small and few like alcohols I'll actually drink, because it's so sweet that I don't really even realize there's alcohol in it. That, and it's also pretty. But there is an alternative motive to why I want to actually cook with the Midori, and I will explain that as we are going along. But that is something that we are going to try to make into a cookie. Alcohol and cookies. Yeah, it's gonna be alcohol and cookies, but there are other reasons and meanings to why. But we will get to that shortly. First things first. It's not written down on the prep list, but I just gotta do this because it's just the thing I gotta do. I have my very favorite and lovely I got my favorite pet here. His name is Wheatley. Say hi to Wheatley. Say hi to Wheatley. Say hi to him. Thank you. Okay, good. Someone did at least. Because I actually do have to make a lot of sourdough within the coming days. My parents aren't forcing me, but I'm forcing myself because I want to make them bread. So I want to make them some sourdough. It only makes sense. Hola, mi amigo. Hola. No español. Okay, I gotta try to remember Spanish here because I only know simple grade school Spanish. No hablo español, español así, no bueno. Hablo inglés. There we go. That's the best I can do. Laugh. Okay. No hablo español, sí. But my Spanish, I don't know Spanish, but I can kinda speak. Like, I know very, 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 very few words, but I do know a few. But that doesn't really change the fact of what I am doing right now. Right now, I'm just trying to feed Wheatley, my bread boy, my bread man. Thing that makes me a whole lot of good sourdoughs. So I have to feed this, and we can start getting into the other fun stuff today. We do got a lot of fun stuff today, and we got a lot of stuff that we really need to get done. Some of the things I'm kind of new to, because I don't really do too often. I have a lot of plans. I got a few things I got in my mind, along with the other 50 other things I got in my head. But yeah, we got some things. We got some plans for today. They're gonna hopefully be fun. I like how you can see so much there. You're not supposed to see that much to the left there. Right, there we go. Completely good now for the rest of the day. And then I'm gonna make bread with him tomorrow or tonight. Whatever really happens first, honestly. Ooh, okay. Thought that broke. Scare me. Scare me. Stop it. That should be okay. I genuinely cannot tell. Anyways, that's good for now. Your face isn't showing you're okay. I know it's not showing, but I still want to make sure that there's no probability of it. Okay. So, I am going to be making some milk bread today. I'm not sure if you were able to tell, but among the other things we are making today, two of the things that we are going to be baking today is cookies and milk bread. The thing about the milk bread, though, this milk bread is a different recipe from what I would normally do. I've been thinking about it for quite some time, but I've been thinking about of how I've been wanting to change my milk bread recipe. My milk bread has gone through very little change. The milk bread recipe that I do have has gone through no change. I have only made it once, and the recipe was so good I kind of never touched it again. I didn't really want to bother with it. I didn't really want to I really didn't want to worry about like, oh, it's not good enough, or oh, it's already good, and I didn't really want it to innovate, because in my head, it's like, why fix something that's not broken, right? But you know what? Now's the time to where it's like, I think I want to change it up a bit. I've made milk bread like a handful of times, and it's like okay, but I've been thinking like there are ways to make it better. So today, I'm going to be trying to make it better. Be trying doing just that. Alright, so, let's see. I am going to need 6. we go. And then I'm gonna need 566. Five six. Alright, there we go. I mean, it's just, okay, it's a lot of stuff to bake. I mean, yes and no. On one hand, yeah, I can see that being a lot to bake, but at the same time, it's just, well, it's two things. One of those things we're baking, and it's gonna be, like, very, very small. And the other thing is gonna be harder because I am experimenting with the recipe, so literally anything can happen. But it's not that hard today of like, oh, it's gonna be so complicated. No, it's very straightforward. One of those things I'm expecting to fail, the other one is just kind of like, nah, it's gonna be fine. The only thing I'm worried about failing is possibly this milk bread. But this milk bread is so simple, and I've only done like one minor change to it, and that is simply that I added butter. That's it. That is the only difference with this bread recipe for milk bread, and I've changed very, very little. That is on purpose. That is by design. Because I keep seeing like there's so many ways to make milk bread like really good, and it's like, oh, I want to make sure it's like fall apart and all this lovely looking stuff that you see on like YouTube and such. So I've been looking into that, and now I kind of see that, oh, so there is a way to make it nice, but I'm not sure if I want to do it that way because I'm stubborn and I like to experiment on my own. So the only thing I see to make it a little bit more different this time is adding butter. So we're adding butter this time. Anyways, gotta make sure I add some of this milk because I need to add 5. Oh wait, I read the wrong thing. Oops. Okay, so what milk do I need? Oh, 200 grams of milk. Wait. Yeah, I have gotten myself a lot more milk than I would actually need. Well, that might be a problem, but hopefully it won't. But I'll worry about that in a moment. More important things must happen first. Like blooming this yeast. I gotta make sure I bloom this. Where art thou, yeast? Here we are. 14. I need 14 grams of yeast. There you go. 15 grams right there. And I'll just give this a little mixy business. I also need to give this some cream as well. Unlike most milk bread recipes, mine kind of cheats in a sense. Well, it doesn't really cheat. It's just that I like to make my milk bread very rich and creamy. So my way of making it rich and creamy is by adding some heavy cream to it. So adding a little bit of this as well, and part of the milk recipe. You don't, the milk portion of this recipe. You don't need to add cream. If you don't have cream, you just need to have milk. You're more than able to use just milk. But since I have cream and I want to make this a really good milk bread, I'm going to be adding, well, cream. So, now I gotta try and figure out how much milk I need. I need 226. Go. 226. Goes. And I also need 45 grams. 45? 45. As with most milk breads, I have to make something called a tangzong, or a bread slurry, if you don't feel like pronouncing the other thing. It's essentially something that is used as a natural, it's natural, or natural at least, a natural bread softener. It also helps shelf life a little bit too, I find out, and that's also what the Google also says as well. So it's gonna be used as a softener, it helps it last longer, and all this sort of stuff. So, it's very simple. All you have to do is just get some milk, gotta get some flour in the pot, and then you just kind of whisk it together until it starts thickening. Once it turns into a paste, then that's that. Kind of funny, I can't remember the last time we've actually made milk bread on stream before. It's been quite some time, no? I know it's like the majority of stuff that I've been baking recently has been like brioche or sourdough or some sort of just normal bread. So it's fun to kind of just do something a little bit more different, but also something that's kind of more familiar with me. Milk bread is something that's very simple and familiar in my head, and I honestly don't make it enough. It's a good bread, so I don't know why I don't make it enough, but definitely something I need to make more often. But I guess just because of how often or how unoften I make sourdough brioche, because brioche is a very expensive bread to make, so I don't make it often. But if I have the opportunity to make brioche, then I make it. Well, milk bread is kind of something I can always make, because it usually always has milk, and that is about the only thing I need for milk bread. Oh, it's already getting a little thick here. I just don't want to get too thick. There we go. A nice little here. Hi, welcome back, Luke. I gotta make sure I actually do cool this down a bit before we actually put this in the mixture. If I put it in right now, it'll actually kill my bread. It's too hot to it will actually cause some harm to my bread. So I gotta make sure it is going to be cooling off as we are mixing the other ingredients. Hi, Wildcard. Hello. I see you there with your silly emoji face. Out my pot here. I want to make sure I'm not making a mess as I go around. That's the reaction you are giving right now. I don't have lips like that though. It's kind of weird to think about lips too. I don't know. Lips are weird. I don't like lips. I know that like on every single person, everyone has lips, but thinking about them is just like weird. It's like, what's that thing on your face? What's the thing around your mouth? Oh, they're lips. I don't know. Lips are weird in my head. Lips? Lips. Now I gotta measure out the flour here. I need 566. I'm a very smart person, you know. I got my flour and my milk mixed up, I guess. So instead of 566 grams of milk, I need 566 grams of bread flour. Thought it was a lot of milk at first, but I didn't really have a second thought about it. Fairly tired, I guess. Right, here we are. 566. And that should actually be all the flour we need for today, or at least bread flour. Salt doing 14, 15. There we go. 15. Sugar, which is only 90 grams. Oh, I thought I added too much. 90. Gonna need the flour, the sugar in a moment, but that's fine where it is. Okay, my dog stepped on a bee. Be right back. Oh dear. There's still bees around where you live? It's still winter time around here, so it's kind of surprising to hear, like, oh, you still have bees? You know, come to think of it, I don't know where, you know, come to think of it, it sounds real stupid for a moment, but I'm just thinking about it. No, I don't know where bees go when it's winter time, because I'm not sure if they hibernate, or like they just migrate, or they just like dig themselves underground, but the latter doesn't seem plausible. To be honest, I have no idea where they would be. Would definitely be somewhere though, as much as I know. Let's see. So the flour, the milk, yeast, hangzong, the sugar, salt, and now I need butter. Yeah, if someone can actually tell me like what happens to the bees when it's like winter time, I really would like to know. I don't really think too hard about this stuff, nor do I put like thought into this sort of stuff either. It's like, oh yeah, bees are not around during the winter time. I don't know where they go though, so it's like, It's one of those things where it's like, you know, don't think about it until you think about it, and it's one of those things now where it's like, where do they go? They must go somewhere, no? Nice softened butter here. Only a 112. Roughly around a stick of butter, roughly. Go. 112 exact. They go, I just noticed you have a fish on screen. Yeah, it's not live. I kind of low-key want to get another video camera so I can go get a fish cam, if you will. I think that'd be kind of funny. So you can see Jeffrey just swimming around in his little container. Fortunately, I've not done that. Simply just too late. But he's vibing though. I'm watching him right now. He's going good. So, now that's pretty much all the measuring at least. So now I'm just going to throw everything in my mixer and I'm going to let that do its thing. So, the dries, the milk, the flour, the salt, sugar, and the butter. I'm going to throw that in right now, yeah. And at this point, the time is on. Should soften up. well. Well, not softened, but cooled off as well. Where I can just kind of just put my fingers in and go like, yeah, it's fine. Still a little antsy, so I'm just gonna. There we go. That should be all good. Throw that on the mixer and just plug the boy in. Alright. Do some good work there. Somebody. Okay, fish care. My fish has been alive for how many years? I can't see that. For 6 years. Oh my god. He is a koi. A lot of people just take a lot of work just to make bread. I mean, yes and no. It takes just as much time and effort to make anything else at home. Like, let's say you want to make, like, I don't know, chocolate chip cookies, or you want to make yourself a steak and potato dinner. It kind of takes roughly the same amount of time if you think about it. Like, you think about, like, how long it takes to make bread, and then you think about how long it takes to make a good steak with potatoes and veggies. They roughly take around the same time, except that with bread, you do a lot of waiting. So, unless you consider waiting to be a lot more difficult than just doing it, then I agree. But bread is very simple. Alright, sorry, I just wanted to expedite that. I wanted to make that go a little faster. My ADHD won't notice I'm making cookies or bread and taking more time than others. Okay, you know what? I feel that because I think I have ADHD. I still need to go get a diagnosis of it. But no, like, I 100% understand that notion. I have a very difficult time with that kind of comprehension as well. So, like, I know what you're talking about. But the thing about what I notice when I make bread is kind of just like the moment you remember that you have to make bread is the moment in time to when it's like, oh, your bread's ready to go. So maybe it's coincidence, but I think it's fine. It works very well with my very, very, very special self, I guess. Alright, that should be that. Oh wow, that is some really soft bread. Ooh. It's extremely soft and supple. It feels really nice. Ooh. Yeah, let me see if I can show off somehow how like soft this bread feels. No, I can't. This feels incredible. Oh my god. It feels so fluffy. It feels like I'm holding on to a bag of water. I don't know how to explain this. It's so fluffy, it's soft, it's like, this is wonderful to feel. This is a good feeling dough. Ooh, I like it. Alright, well, just like most breads, just like all breads, it needs time to itself. Just like people. We're gonna name that milk bread Timothy. Gotta make sure Timothy has some good luck. So, as most things I like to do, I like to name my breads because I think when you name breads, they have personality. When they have personality, they become unique and tasty bread. So, name your breads, it gives them good luck. Alright. Okay, well, the milk bread is working. We're almost done that now. So, I guess the only thing that we should work on next is the cookie recipe. So I actually do have an idea in mind to what I want to do the cookies with and how I want to do them. So, essentially this cookie recipe is more of a shortbread recipe, to be honest with you. It's going to be more of akin to a shortbread recipe. It's very simple, it's very basic. It's not going to be meant to be very crazy, but it has one purpose, and it's supposed to be just looking green. As the only purpose of this recipe. I wanted to be green. I wanted to look green. I wanted to taste like melon subtly. It doesn't have to taste like extremely like biting into a nice melon or anything like that. It just needs to be a subtle bit of melon. Like when you put vanilla extract in a cookie and you taste that little subtle flavor of vanilla, that's the thing I kind of want to go for. But I want to go all in with the Midori. Because the thing about this thing about this milk bread and this shortbread recipe I want to make. I do have an ulterior motive to make this recipe. I'm going to tell you the reasons why right now. So there's this lovely, lovely bread that I like to eat. There's a very good bread recipe called melon bun. It's a Japanese kind of bread snack thing, to where it's like sweet. It's like it's a cookie biscuit with a hold on, let me just try and remember first. It's a cookie biscuit that surrounds a milk bread on the inside. So I want to try and make melon bun, but I mean I've made melon bun before and it's good. However, I kind of feel cheated in a way, because when I think of melon, I want to taste a little bit of melon. So I'm going out of my way to try and experiment and find a recipe. Oh yeah, I don't know how to take this off. I don't want to break this, I just bought this. Okay, there we go. So I've been trying to see if I can make oh geez, that's fine. I'm trying to see if I can make a melon bread recipe, a melon pan recipe with what is it? A melon bread recipe, actual Midori. Since Midori upon itself is also Japanese, so it's in that same ballpark. If you're trying to be thematic. Follow my recipe. So I need a half cup of butter, which I'm gonna cut up a bit just so it's easier to blend. By the way, just fun fact if you don't know, shortbread is a lot like pie dough, so I'm gonna be making this the same exact way I would make my pie dough. So I have that. We're gonna get some all-purpose flour. And that is going to be about 1 cup of flour. Nope, 1 cup of flour. Not gonna lie, my favorite breads is just fluffy one. You know what? That is. You hold a fair point. Those are just good breads. That's why I really like sourdough. It's nice and crusty and crunchy on the outside, but then when you start biting into it, it's nice and fluffy and it's very, very fun. Very, very nasty. Here, we'll have Pengu right here then. Have you ever eaten cough drops because they tasted nice? I do that when I'm thinking, oh my god, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I did used to do that, and that's actually why I don't have cough drops anymore. I used to just drink. I used to not drink. Oh no! Oh dear God! Don't drink it. But I used to eat. What is it? I used to just eat cough drops casually, just because it did taste good. And I know that's bad for you, so that's why I don't want to buy it at all, just so I don't not tempted at all. But I would like to mention another strange thing I used to eat that's medicinal. So, do you all know, like, Pepto-Bismol? You know, Pepto-Bismol, you know, the little, not talking about the liquid stuff, I'm talking about the hard things, like little pill things. Pepto-Bismol? So in my crazy psychopathic head, I used to think that stuff was candy. And my parents were like, oh, make sure you take some Pepto-Bismol so you don't have a stomach ache. And it's like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I would just take a little bit of Pepto-Bismol. I was like, wow, this stuff is really sweet. Can I have another? So they tell me no, but then like when it's like 12 a.m. and it's like I'm the only one awake, I'll sometimes go downstairs, find where the Pepto-Bismol is, and just start eating it, start eating the pills. I kind of then realized of like, you know, this stuff is kind of tasty, but this isn't candy. So I don't think I've ever told my parents that though. So and I doubt my parents ever do watch or even know of my streaming activities. So hey, if this is somehow a way that they found out, hi. And also, whoops, sorry. That's why we had to buy so much Pepto-Bismol pills. Because I kept eating them like candy. The penguin has a name now, Pengu. Yeah, it's Pengu. Pepsi-Bismol. No, Pepto-Bismol. The bismuth thing, you know? I used to eat sand. I was dumb. Okay, let's face it. For all the people out there, and if you had a sandbox or whatever it may be, let's face it, I would like to think that we've all tried to tried to eat sand before. I'm not gonna lie, I've tried to eat sand. Tasty! Crunchy! Okay. So I'm gonna be potentially making a fire here again. You know how I do. You know how much I love making a fire happen. So I'm trying to cook off this alcohol because I'm not sure if anyone knows or not. I hope you do. Alcohol, when you cook with it, releases a lot of steam. We do not want to steam these cookies. That would be a very bad thing. We want to make sure these cookies are nice and crisp, so that is the whole goal. I'm also grabbing another thing because for the next job that I want to do, I have to make sure I get a big pot because we have to do some sterilization very soon. Bro, as a kid, the pills in my house had like the covering thing, so it's easier to swallow. It had sugar, so it's go downstairs at 7:30 and just suckle the pills. Okay, I would never do that. My parents would always make me have the liquid medicine. I don't exactly know why, and I'm still very upset to why they gave me that. But ever since I had like the liquid medicine, I just can't look at medicine ever the same again, or pills. I just see like, ugh, chemicals, bad stuff, ugh, only when sick. So I'm not sure what they were trying to accomplish, but they accomplished me and never wanting to really investigate that front. Alright, are we all ready for some fire? Are we ready for some fi-fi? Wi-Fi. Fire. Alright. Here we go. Whoa. Oh, that's cooking off now. Whew. Never gets old. Never gets old. Something I actually just realized too is that the ABV, the alcohol level for Midori, is 20%. That's a lot of alcohol. So we gotta make sure we cook all that off. Salty, have you ever made ramen? I have made ramen before. I believe I even had a stream about making ramen too. Guess you should have just been there, you know? Yeah, there's a lot of alcohol in this. My god, I didn't realize how much alcohol. Oh, is that it? Is that it? Oh, no, there's still a little more. Come on, get it all out. I just want that sweet stuff still. Give it. Alright, well that seems to be it. And I now need only a fourth of a cup. Alright, so for a fourth a cup, out real quick. Throw that Kool-Aid looking stuff in the cup. Now I just gotta cool it off as well. Smells nice though. As a person who enjoys Midori, this does smell very nice. Alright, I'm gonna throw this in the freezer so it just cools down a lot quicker. Alright, cool, it does. Alright, so the Midori cookies are now working. So now let's work on the chong. The chong will be very, very easy and quick, hopefully. So chong, remember last week to when we put it in a vacuum sealant bag and it was all still syrupy and stuff? This is now the chong. It has been sitting around at room temp for quite some time, and the chongling has completely dissolved all the sugar, and actually, if you can tell, there's a bit of air in here, so there's been a bit of fermentation that's happened, which is very, very nice. So I've been moving it, shifting it around every often I could, and now we get to strain it. So today's the day. We get to strain it, we get to strain it, get it into some containers as well, and make it into syrup. So yeah. So I thought the best way to strain them I went online to go find out ways to go strain chong and stuff, just to find some videos to see if I can actually make an easy way to strain it. So I looked for it, and essentially it's just like, yeah, make sure you just put it in a nice sterile container, run it through cheesecloth, yada yada. So I got a plastic container that is going to be only temporary, and I actually do have a whole bunch of glass containers that are used for fermentation. So I'm just going to clean this out, and then once it's all drained, we're going to put it in there. Chong? I also saw that thing in chat asking what chong is. Chong is essentially a sort of like a fermented, but not really fermented. You can ferment it, the option is there. But chong, to my understanding, is simply a syrup. It's a fruit syrup. And as a person who likes to delve into my culture, because I've been robbed of my culture, I like to try and delve into it by myself. The best way I can do that is just simply by looking up simple things online of food. That's why I like to cook Korean food so much, because it's nice to see, like, oh, what kind of things do the people of Korea like to eat? I mean, granted, I know what they eat because I actually went to Korea not that long ago, this summer actually, but it's still something I like to look into every now and then, as often as I can. So I got my cheesecloth here. Hopefully that's going to be secure enough. And yeah, we're just gonna do what I watched in the videos. Essentially just gonna cut a little open spot here and try to make sure I don't spill any chong at all. Actually, I'm just now realizing I do know how I can actually stabilize that, but I opened my bag. Give me a sec. Alright. I forgot, I have rubber bands in my apartment, so I'm actually gonna just really quickly put this cheesecloth. We'll hold this cheesecloth down with a rubber band. And yeah, I could do that. I don't want to spill any of this because this stuff has been a week in the making. Try and be very careful. Ooh. This looks so good. Oh my god. What's that? This is the chong that I was talking about. Blueberry chong. So now I'm probably going to save these blueberries though, because they are still edible. They still have a lot of use left, and I'm going to be trying to make something that I've never made before, something called fruit leather, which is like, you know, the fruit roll-ups, but made fresh, I guess. So I'm going to be trying to make that. But the first thing I want to try and do is just get every little bit I can, because there's like 4 blueberries left. And I know I don't really need to nitpick for full blueberries. I want them. Give it. Do not deny me of my blueberries. I worked hard for this. There we go. There we are. This looks very nice though. I just take a blueberry here. Oh wow, it bursted. So crisp, crunchy. Wow, that does taste really good though. The blueberries though, I'm gonna put them in a bowl. I'll put these blueberries in a bowl for now, just so I can actually start doing this other bit. Because the blueberries at this point I don't really need. I can discard them if I really wanted to. They're not really of use anymore, and I can't make more chong with them. But I know I can make something, as I already said. I want to get as much as I can possible without compromising the juice itself. These feel like they almost taste like just grapes, like rehydrated raisins. Very nice, very interesting. Berries. I'm just more shocked to the fact that they're still kind of crispy. Crispy, juicy, crunchy, crisp. Go. Those are all the blueberries. band off now, because that's mine. I gotta use that for other things. Surprising of how many rubber bands I have in my apartment, but I do use them quite a lot. Right? So now what we are left here is just with a simple berry syrup. This is what has been in the works for at least a year. A year? A month at this point. A month? A week at this point. So I got a nice lovely blueberry chunk. And now, I'm gonna throw them in these containers. Just because they're used for fermentation and it's also sterile above all else. So, I make sure I take them off. And the reason why we have the boiling water is so I can sterilize them. The best way to sterilize glass containers is by boiling them for a few minutes. I don't exactly remember how long, but I believe it's only 30 seconds, not 30 minutes. Not long, but I need to make sure I get my water to a boil first, and then I can properly start sterilizing them. So once they're sterilized, then we can just throw them in there. And oh shoot, wait, I forgot. I'm also going to be passing it through one of these little boys. It's my funnel. Just because I want to make sure I don't lose anything at all. I want to be very, very efficient here. So I got my thing, and I'm going to put it in like that. Throw the chong in, and then we're going to be nice and clean about it. So hi again, hopefully I don't have to leave again. If you have to leave, you don't have to worry about it. You already said your hi, so I'm very happy about that. You don't have to worry anymore. Thank you though. But hello, welcome in, welcome back, Spooky. Oh my god, I also now realize Stu and Grind were both talking. Hello. Bubbling liquid games. Are you sure? Are you a witch or mad scientist? I am a chemist, I guess, now. I don't know. Hi Sue, hi Brian. I did not realize you were here. I gotta sneeze, hold on. Ah, okay. Sorry about that. Hi, I did not notice you two. I can't see Twitch, it's so small. So, I apologize. Yes. Now I'm gonna just throw these boys in the water. They're not boiling, but it's to a point to where sterilization can happen. So I'm gonna really quickly fill this boy with water. Merge it. I'll make sure I get my tongs here too, so I want to make sure that they are properly submerged without burning my hands. There we go. Man, isn't that a weird thing to see, huh? Boiling some bottles and also boiling in that too, because I gotta sterilize that as well. Very strange. I understand, but gotta be done. Just so I don't get something called botulism, which is a very, very dangerous and deadly chemical that can, bacteria that can grow if you don't sterilize your things first. So it's very, very crucial that I try to be as sterile as possible. Not sterile enough that I'm gonna need gloves, but sterile enough to where I can minimize the possibility. So, yeah. Gotta wait a few seconds on those things to be nice and boiled. It still doesn't change the fact that it's kind of strange. Boiling bottles doesn't get any more weirder than that. Interesting. Don't get me wrong. It's still weird. Very weird. Salty, will you play something today, like Minecraft or Pokemon? I might play Minecraft, but I don't know. This who said the quote, idiot. Flowey, I guess. Gotta be careful. Again, things. Ouchie. There you go. That's one bottle. Second bottle. Ugh. Oh, there we go. And that's that. There we go. 2 lovely sterilized bottles. And now I'm just going to immediately start making the chung go in. Bottles are sterilized, they're clean, so now I can just throw these little bits of chung in there. Not little bits, but like my nice chung in there. I need to go get another bottle actually. Or not. It's such a minute amount of chung, I don't think I can. And now I have recontaminated my funnel, so even if I wanted to, I can't. Anyways, there we go. That is the chung. My chung has now been sterilized, it has been put into a seal. So now I can let these sit wherever I want and they will ferment. I'm not going to close the jar completely because I don't want it to blow up. So I'm going to put them off to the side over here where you can't see. And now with this blueberry chung I have here, I might make some blueberry drink, I guess. Or maybe I might make a cocktail. I can't drink, but I could if I wanted to. So I'm not going to. I don't feel like drinking. It's also way too early in the afternoon for it now. The great thing about having just boiling a pot of water for sterilization, it's already clean. So now I can just put it right back where it was. I will save this chung and I will fill it with water and make like a blueberry lemonade later, so it'll be lovely. Now, we can get back to the other thing though, the Midori cookies. Remember that? So Midori has very much cooled down to room temp at this point. Now I could just kinda throw this in, following the recipe, close it up, and pulse it. Little monkey in a way. Should have put a warning for headphone users. I didn't think about that. I didn't really even think it was that loud. Could you actually hear from that distance? Good ears. Good ears. I'm sorry, but good ears. So now I got this weird looking, green looking dough of sorts here. But theoretically, That's all I need for this simple shortbread, short cookie dough recipe. It's a nice lovely green, which is very, very cool. So now I'm just gonna make them into little balls and just kind of bake. I don't know what you want. Well, I don't know what else you expected to hear me say. We're just gonna roll them out and bake them. There's not too much of a leavener in them either, so they're not gonna really rise. They're gonna be like hardtack in a sense. They're not gonna. It's actually gonna be worse than hardtack because I don't think hardtack. I think hardtack actually has like baking soda or baking powder in it. It's more bearable. I forbid the baking powder this time, just because I wanted to. Alright, got my baking vessel of choice. Get some parchment paper. Okay, all the parchment paper I got. Alright. Gotta go buy more than. Now I'm just going to get little. I'm actually be measuring. I'm going to be doing these all a little differently. Like I'm gonna do like a cookie, do a few cookies like this, because I'm gonna actually treat them like cookies for here. See if they actually turn out into anything. Then I'm gonna treat them like peanut butter cookies, if you will. Of like, I want to see which is gonna be the best way to bake them. Well, I just want to see if they just turn out well. Like, so I'm just trying a variety of choices here. So I'm gonna get my fork a little wet and just press down on them, getting this like nice hash. This is how you make peanut butter cookie hash. The little thing of peanut butter cookie. And then I'm just gonna do a very simple rollout. Not even gonna roll it out, it's gonna be that simple. Gonna flatten it out. And then just try and cut little rectangles. Trying to make a shortbread with them. I fully intend on this not turning out well. That's what the point of experimentation is. I just more or less want to see if this turns into something and what will it taste like. The more or less the thing I'm trying to see is what happens and what it will taste like. I do not expect good things, honestly. I expect this to taste like hot garbage, actually. But time will tell, especially now. So I'm gonna throw this stuff in the oven and we're gonna see what happens to these green boys. On a preheated oven of 300 degrees. So, see what happens. Alright, can't wait to see how those Midori cookies turn out. It is going to be interesting to see what happens. Also, just more or less curious to the flavor. It's going to be really interesting. I'm very curious to how that's going to turn out. And if it turns out the way I want it to, great, because I'm going to be able to make a very good melon pan recipe. But that's still a work in progress. Speaking of bread, though, I imagine good idea to check on this boy. As you can see from the last time we checked it, it has now made a lot of condensation. So something's happening. And it's definitely a lot. Ooh, it's very, very airy and fluffy and soft. Ooh, very fluffy. Okay. Add raisins to the cookies. Give them to your friends. I want to know if they came out fluffy like bread or just stale. I don't know. We'll find out. And the milk bread is ready. So my milk bread for this is going to be a little different though. This kind of milk bread is going to be made a little differently in the sense that I'm making rolls. So I'm going to be doing like the normal thing that you would do for dinner rolls, I suppose. Because my parents are fairly basic. Not to say mean bad stuff behind their back, but they're not very... They like very, very simple things. So making a nice, very simple sort of roll, like dinner roll for them, they would appreciate it. Here we are, doing the thing. I'm only gonna make them like oh so small. I'm not gonna make them huge. They have a plate. And I'm gonna make sure I portion them out to being fairly sized. So like 100 grams each. 120 sounds good. What you gonna do for Christmas? Well, I'm gonna be doing like what everyone else is gonna do, you know? I'm gonna be going home, opening presents, staying for dinner and all that sort of stuff. Maybe not something everyone does, but that's what my parents are gonna make me do. And it's nice. I haven't seen my family in quite a bit, I haven't seen my family in quite some time, so it'll be very nice to go off and see them again. Alright, I will leave for now, be back later, maybe. Thank you for tuning in. If you don't come back, I hope you rest up well. My family be trying to throw bread bites at each other with his mouth. It's tradition. I wish my family was kind of more interesting like that. It's kind of weird to say smack like that, but like, I don't know. Whenever I look at myself, and whenever I by proxy look at my family, we're very, 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 very plain people. Which is very fortunate, not unfortunate, but for me, I kind of want to do something exciting sometimes, then they don't want to do it. They're not crazy enough, you know? My dad, he's pretty crazy though, so I like my dad. My mom is always kind of like very nice, very quiet, so that's where I get my stuff from. I'm not saying my dad isn't nice, but, you know, dads are dads. I'm a boy. How they are, right? Plain people who like bread. Yeah. Well, I think everyone likes bread. It's really hard to not like bread, but my parents are like really, really plain. Like, when I want to try and make something really, really cool and unique and different, like I want to make something like, oh, I want to make you guys, I want to make you something like really high quality. I want to make like a beef Wellington or something like that. My dad would be interested, but my mom is like, no, I don't want to eat that. That's too weird for me. Like, you know what? Alright, okay. So I have to usually always like make something that my parents will like, but both parents like, because my dad is more of a carnivore and hates anything that is green. But my mom is kind of like more basic, but she does not like to eat, and she's very picky with her food. So whenever I have to cook, which is something I do fairly often, because when I go home, I like to cook for them, they make me want to rip my teeth, because I want to try and cook something that's going to be unique, tasty, delicious, and all this stuff. They're like, no, we want something simple, and it's like, you know, they're fine, but still, it's just like, man, like, can we have a little fun with our food? Can we play with our food a little bit? Make him green eggs and ham. My dad would probably like. Fun fact: green eggs. You can actually make green egg. That is very possible, though it is also very disgusting. If your eggs turn green, that is most likely due to you overcooking an egg. So if anyone ever overcooks an egg and it turns green, if anyone ever cooks a hard-boiled egg and it turns green, that's because it is overcooked. Fun little fact for y'all. And since I have a lot of extra dough left, I'm actually just gonna make a really quick bread loaf here. A small one, but a quick one. So I'm just gonna kind of do a very simple and quick sort of thing here, just like I would normally do. Fold the sides in, roll it in upon itself. realized something, and I'm now a little worried about it. I did not set a timer for those cookies! And also just realizing those cookies are actually gonna be more like bread because I did not cream anything. I really just made pie dough first, so they're gonna be chewy messes. Well, I'm gonna take them out right now. Oh, they feel horrible. You see, I don't always bake the greatest things. These look sad. Very sad. You can't see it because there's too much shine. They look very sad. Right. Well, you know what? I'm just going for flavor. Oh, this looks disgusting. Oh, they smell. Okay, they look sad, but they taste like nothing. Like, yeah, you can kind of taste the Midori, but it's like, kind of just makes me sad. I think I might have to do a bit more research on the Midori cookie. No. Hey, that's expected. There's no way to salvage them, so those are going straight into the can. Nasty, disgusting, horrible. You know what they say? You win some, you lose some, right? I love the fact when you chew, the model is already opening and closing its mouth. Yeah, my model maker did such a good job. Sonic-chan did a stellar job with the model. Speaking of which, it's his birthday fairly soon. Fairly soon being, I think, tomorrow, actually. Yeah, his birthday is, Christmas Eve. He is almost so close, yet so far being Jesus. That is the point of Christmas, right? Like, Christmas is baby Jesus' birthday. I'm not sure. I'm not much religious type. I don't really, fortunately, understand the majority of it. Not atheist, but I don't know. They, him, she, it's. More important thing to note of though, that I gotta take away from today's stream is that I just gotta make sure I look a little bit more to, what is it? More to shortbread. Not shortbread, but cookies, I guess. Making specifically a Midori cookie above all else. So, I gotta do a little bit more research when it comes. That's easy though. No problem. Did a good job. I don't know the pronouns, so. His name, he is a he. Sonic-chan. He is he. He did a very good job. But yeah. Okay, so we strained the chong, we were going to bake the milk bread eventually. Midori, we tested that already, they came out very scary way. Making gluten-free mac and cheese. I might do that another time. I don't really feel like doing that right now. But, I will make the breadcrumbs. I've been meaning to do that for quite some time. Yeah, remember last week when I was talking about breadcrumbs and making my brioche into breadcrumbs? Yeah, they're still drying out. But now they've sufficiently dried out. They've dried out enough to where I can actually probably make them into proper breadcrumbs and they won't grow mold on them, which is more or less the thing I'm worried about. Well, was worried about. I just wanted to make sure that they didn't mold and just get disgusting and grody and nasty. Oh yeah, they're crackers now. Fine, should be fine. I try and make sure I actually press on Twitch every now and then, so I can at least check what Twitch chat is saying. Guys talking about what you guys saying about me. Oh, well, okay. I guess you're not saying anything. Fine, I guess, so. Broken. Not plugged in. Don't tell me I already broke this thing. Already broken? Oh boy. Oh, that's why it's like, what? It wasn't on properly. There we go. I don't have really enough containers right now, so I'm just gonna put them in here for now. I talk a lot. No, that's fine. If you talk a lot, that's a good thing. I encourage you to talk. If you can't tell, I don't talk a lot. Fairly quiet person. However, I can also be just as easily be a very loud person or a talkative person. I unfortunately can't be loud on my own, unlike how most people. A very kind of plain, simple kind of Joe Schmo, if you will. I need a catalyst. I need like an enabler. What? You know, now that I think about it, I should have actually told headphone users, by the way. Yeah, whoops. Well, if you do have headphones and you're worried about your ears, then yeah, you might want to step away for a few moments. Making breadcrumbs can be kind of loud. And these breadcrumbs actually look pretty good. They're not burnt. Not burnt, but like, I did initially try to dry them out in the oven, but then I simply forgot to do it. So I just let them air dry naturally, which I guess is better. Sure. All I know is that I'm getting a lot of breadcrumb though. That's a good thing. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to make the mac and cheese today. Probably make the cheese sauce. But I don't want to make the mac and cheese because what is it? The person that I'm making it for is gluten-free. So that means I would have to wipe down my entire area, make sure I sterilize and clean everything, because if you don't know, I'm using a lot of bread stuff here, a lot of stuff with the gluten. So as much as I would like to get her sick, because she is a bit of a brat, and she is a little rude, as much as I'd like to get her sick, it's just good etiquette to just not hurt people. I'll probably just look at them like why you do the way that you are, like how I always would, but still, you're a brat. Not a breadcrumb though. Very, very good. Could probably make stuffing with it. Great. There we go. Plenty of breadcrumbs to survive me a few weeks, months, an extended period of time. Alright. Bro, give headphone users a warning. No, that's the fun. You're not. This is now my brand. This is now what I do. I'm just now here to mess your day up. Mess your day now. No more cozy. No more comfy. I'm here to bite your ears. Your ears? I'm here to bite your ears off, I guess. Anyways. Now we are going to do the funny thing again. You know, the thing that we all like to watch as we do something else for a little bit. Time to let these boys rest. And you know what that means. The bread cam. The good thing though about this is that this should not take too long. This bread is being very, very active. Very fluffy and soft and being very, very quick. So, I'll let it rest for just probably half an hour. This should be good to go into the oven. So, I'm gonna let that do its thing. Yes, but how could I also forget that I need to bring my phone? Okay. Doesn't look strange. It looks like canning. Oh, is that? Are you talking about the jarring and stuff? I mean, yeah, that is essentially what I was doing. Button. Okay. Just gotta move this over here. Alright, fellas. Alright, lads. All those in between and etc. We are here to just... Oh, shoot. Hold on. Hiding behind a tree. Sorry. We're just gonna be We're gonna be just taking a few moments to ourselves. Bread cam! Of course, we can't forget the bread cam though. Okay. See the bread though. Subtle. It needs to be less subtle. Don't mind the bit of scuff because that's just how it is. There we go. Look at this thing. Your Christmas drawing disappeared. It's still there. It's somewhere. Just don't remember where I put it. It's somewhere still. It's still somewhere. Alright. Well, we have now turned into a just chatting stream. I hope you are all excited to just watch and to look each other in the eyes for some time as we watch this bread bake proof in real time. Yeah, you know, the realm of possibility, we can really do literally anything right now. But you know what? I'm gonna choose to do nothing, because that is my thing, I guess. Well, that ain't fun, ain't it? Yeah, talking is hard. Talking is really difficult. So it's like, oh, let me do a just chatting stream for now, but I'm not very good at that to begin with, so oof. We could play some video games for now. Have the bread cam in the corner. Well, actually, you know what? I am actually in the mood to draw. Let's do a bit of drawing, yes? There's a lot of people I feel like drawing too, so this kind of just works in the end. Oh. Hold on, wait, the bread cam's in the face. Alright. There we go. Alright everyone, make sure that you remember that this is a baking stream. This is a baking stream, alright? Don't forget. Bread cam. Bread cam. Bread cam. Alright. Let's... Oh, there we go, it works. So it's time to do some other things. Yes. There are some wires. So, how's the weather? You know, the weather is really, really cold. This is really frosty, freezy, man. Could be better, could be worse. You know? I mean, if you're gonna talk about the weather now, I gotta ask you, how are the wife and kids, you know? How are the wife? How are the kids? Are they doing well? We're talking such, what's the word? We're talking such, we're asking such filler questions. So you might as well ask the filler question. How are the wife? How are the kids? How's the husband? How is the dog? Alright. So I made a post on Twitter not that long ago. Yeah, I made a Twitter post not long ago. I'm going to draw some of those. I'm going to draw some of those individuals that I wanted to draw for some time. So. There we go. Let's see. Shall we try to draw... I could draw... I didn't put her on this either, because, I don't know, I think bad. I don't think. But, like... never mind. Brain slowly, the gears slowly moving. They moving slowly in a circle. Anyways, we're gonna be drawing someone who debuted yesterday, I believe. They're a fresh new Vtuber. And I believe they are a robot? I honestly do not know. They are a robot. Yeah, they're a robot. Pero Mimi. We're gonna try and draw her. So, she's blue. I think she's like a dog of sorts. She is dog-like. I'm gonna be drawing her. So I've never been good at drawing things that are dog-like. And let alone am I good at drawing, I don't know, cybernetic kind of beings. The gonna be trying to accomplish something. But yeah, they're a bit of a goofy kind of girl. Let me do some quick analysis here.
I don't even know what that means.
Shut up. Robot dog. I gotta do a horrible thing. I'm sorry. I gotta assume their gender. It's female. Oh no. Let's see. I gotta draw. Let's draw them. Oh, jeez, my neck. Let's draw them doing something silly. I just don't know what to draw them do, though. Do we have suggestions? Do we have ideas? You probably... Here, wait, I should actually post a reference right now. Hold on. Look, this is who we are trying to draw today. This is the being, the animal, the creature, la creatura, that we are trying to draw today. So, there's that. I have them on a different monitor at this point. Oh, hold on. There we go. Now you can see her. I don't know what to draw. I'm very, very uncreative. I'm very, very bad at this sort of thing. So, like, okay, I'll stop. Sorry. Gonna take a second. This is the thing that most people do, right? When most people draw, when most people art, they just kind of like stare. They have a staring contest with the reference of thing, and it's like, you know, the idea, it will eventually come to me. When will it come is a good question, but it's going to come. It's coming. Just wait a second. Okay, I just gotta really use like more than like 5% of my goddamn brain. I don't know why my head's so empty all the time. Actually, I'm looking. Okay, I'm taking a really quick second to look at that bread. It rose really quickly, did it not? That bread rose really quickly, no? I think I might have to only take a few minutes to draw this, and then I think we gotta get right back to baking. It's been that quick. So, you know what? Let's just draw her eating a piece of bread, you know? So I'm gonna draw like something chibi-ish. I gotta make sure, like, sometime, maybe during today or sometime soon, I gotta make sure I make a, not a dumbed down version, but a version to where it's like, I can draw her. You know, like a reference for a reference, if you will. Because I draw everyone in a bit of a different way, in a stylized, quote-unquote manner. Because I can't adapt, I can't learn, I'm very, very lazy in that regard. And you know what? I don't think I really care. Well, I do, but at the same time, it's like, I like drawing. I draw to get the idea out. I'm also realizing something else right now, too. She's like a low-key... Okay, no, not really. It's just the pigtails, really, and there's also blue hair that makes me think, like, oh, Hatsune Miku. Usually the thing, whenever I see blue hair, I
and whenever I see pigtails, the immediate thought is Hatsune Miku. I'm not gonna really think that thought when it's like, oh, they just have pigtails. Well, it's just a hairstyle. But when you have blue hair pigtails, that's when we start thinking like Hatsune Miku. This has to be Hatsune Miku, right? I'm not crazy when I say that, right? Okay, actually, I take that back. I know I'm crazy, but when I say that, that's a normal, compliant thing to think about, right? That's like a very normal person thing to think about. Like, oh, wow, you say this? It's like, oh, you put 2 and 2 together to get this idea? You know what, it's not too weird, it's not too, out of the box of ideas. Like, yeah, it's fairly understandable why you would think like that, right? Right? God, I hope so. Is it triangle? It's triangle. Okay. Need a... Oh my god, I can't draw. First gotta draw this thing I want to try and draw first, where it's like she's ripping bread apart. There we go. This is one of the most simplest of simple drawings, but I really am actually thinking about the bread right now. Because on paper, it should be done right now. It should be, like, pretty much ready to get thrown into the oven. So I'm trying to spend minimal time on this. Not minimal time, it's not like I don't want to draw her, but I do want to get a silly little drawing done, and then we can get back to the baking. It's so bad though, I don't like it. Why am I so bad? Why do I have so many skill issues when it comes to drawing? Need to give up on drawing. I can't draw this one character well. I can't draw this one VTuber. I gotta quit. I gotta stop drawing. Never again am I gonna pick up a pen. Alright, that's good. Simple drawing. How long did that take? 5 seconds? 5 minutes? I don't know. Alright. Anyways. Okay, we gotta get back to the bread. Hold on, I gotta get back into... Oh my god, I gotta get back into place. Jeez. There you are. Alright. Yeah, that bread has very much, definitely. Very, very much bigger. The other one is... Oh, sorry. Okie doke. Let us just throw this stuff in the oven. Now 350 and throw them in the oven as is.
here we go. That's that. Now we gotta wait 15 whole minutes before at least some of them are done. So, yeah. I don't know why I decided to move ourselves back here. Because now, well, I got nothing to do. Oh wait, yeah, there is something I can do. Fruit leather, the fruit leather. It's actually gonna be kind of fun, because fruit leather is one of those things that are like, one of those things I've always wanted to draw. Always wanted those things I wanted to make. Family emergency. Oh my goodness. Why did you write that down? If you need to go do a family emergency, you don't write that down, just go. Goodness. Family emergency, don't tell me that, just go. Family means a lot more than just some silly baker online. Just a silly little guy doing silly little things. Your family is going to mean a lot more. That's a fact. Or so I hope it's a fact. Okay, so to my knowledge of fruit leather is essentially like berries or some sort of fruit variety, and then you kind of blend it down, like you dehydrate it, and this and that, and da. So, but I always noticed that one of the major things about fruit leather is that you need a silat pad, which is, I believe, what this is called, or a silicone pad. Silat, silicone, one of the two, you know? So, I've never had one until recently, and I never really thought of making fruit leather until recently. The opportunity is at least here, so it's like, oh, I can now make some fruit leather, so why don't I try and attempt to make some? What we are very much going to try and do right now. Fruit leather. It's also a good way to reutilize and make this stuff not go to waste, which is something I'm always trying to be a bit cautious with. Cautious, mindful, you know what I'm trying to say. No waste. Because I believe these blueberries costed me like a little bit of a sizable amount of money. Kind of crazy how expensive blueberries are getting. It's kind of surprising how things are getting expensive in general. I wanted to make a blueberry I wanted to make a chong that I would think I would like. Puree or chop? Oh, before I actually do destroy your ears, I will actually let you all know that this is your one and only headphone warning. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Not done yet. If you're still a headphone user, do not be played. I'm not done yet. I just have to scrape down the sides real quick. Okay. See that? Headphone users, you may put them back on now. Come to think of it, if you're a headphone user, you wouldn't really even know when to put your headphones back on until, I don't know, guessing? Well, if you could somehow hear, I don't know how you would. Maybe you disconnected your headphones. You're now able to put them back on. Okay. So, to my knowledge of, like, looking into fruit leather, because the same video that made the Chong was saying they were making fruit leather, very much just trying to remember basically what's going on with it. What was going on with it. Yay. Hi, Sonic. I see you. I notice you. Hi there. Hi, Sonic. Happy birthday. Right? It's your birthday today or tomorrow, or it's tomorrow for you right now because time zones are a thing, but like, happy birthday? Happy birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday. I don't know. I'm saying happy birthday though. Congratulations, you're actually a little bit older than you. It's today! Oh my god, I remembered it. Am I the first person to tell you happy birthday? I hope I am. I want bragging rights, Sonic. I want bragging rights. If anything, I bet Brian would probably say it first too. But am I? Am I or am I not the first? Actually, yes. Oh wait, I actually am the first? Oh my god, Brian, you're such a fake friend. Oh my god, Brian, you suck. Oh. Gotta spread it out and then add face seal. Yeah, so hey, it's Sonic's birthday. Can we all wish him a happy birthday? We wish him a happy birthday, and if not, I'm going to come after you all and try and eat every single thing you have in your. Jeez, the lisp is coming out today. I am very sorry. Goodness, I don't know why I'm like lisping and not able to talk. I guess it's just been one of those weeks, you know? Very satisfying. Kind of spreading out this little jam stuff. Sure it's nice and thin. Get that. Very cool. Very satisfying. Just basking in this. I'm gonna have a little fun here, okay? It's easy if I make a mistake, because then I can just kind of go like, oh, let me just fill it back in. Pretty cool. Shut up, Siri. I'm not sure if I should let this sit and rest before I bake it, but I know I can't even really bake it yet because it has to be going on the low temperature, low setting, and then just gotta go slow and low, and essentially almost dehydrate. want to get a dehydrator. So that if I get a dehydrator, it's to be used that often. One of those things, one of those pieces of kitchen equipment that I would really like to have, but at the same time I know I don't think. It's the thing. I would like a dehydrator. Thinking of things that I want. I was talking to a friend recently, and I was wondering, because they were telling me like, hey, you should, but I kind of feel weird about it. Should I, make a throne? I don't really, me personally, I do not like thrones. Like, I don't think I want that for me. Some people might really, oh, this is right there. Some people might really, really want that. I mean, like that stuff. And you know what? It's all for them. But for me, not something I like. It's just weird for me. I'm not judging for people who have thrones. That's completely not what I'm trying to say. But it's always weird to see. No. I find it weird to just gift people stuff just because I don't like. The crux of the thing is that I don't like gifts. I do not like money. I do not like gifts. I do not like any of that stuff. It just makes me feel so bad. So, I'm thinking about it though. Do I want to make a throne? Just cause, I don't know, I'm kind of almost pressured at this point. Almost like a weird peer pressure. Anyways, here we go. Although it wasn't really shown in the video I was watching, I'm just gonna let this like air out for now, and then I will bake it. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Very cool. And just like that, that's actually a perfect amount of time for, hold on. A perfect amount of time to check on the bread. It has been 15 minutes. So let's take a little look-see here. Okay. The bread looks good, the rolls look good. I'm gonna flip them and let them do their thing for a little longer, but they look good so far. Nice. To throw them in for another 15, and we're gonna call that not a day, but we're gonna let them. And instead of having bread, because the bread is baking, we're just gonna look at the fruit leather. It's now the fruit leather cam, I guess. So have fun looking at that. I'm gonna put away some stuff now, so for the most part, the majority of right now, we're just kinda in downtime. We're in the downtime area. We're not really doing much of anything. So yeah, we're in downtime right now. I can actually just clean stuff up. Especially in my own, especially here stuff. And also I'm using the incorrect containers. Like I got a lot of lemon juice right here, for instance. But it should be sizably smaller container. I'm wasting storage, I tell ya. Alright, So now I can actually use this container for some breadcrumb, which is what I'm using now. Well, I'm going to use. You know, I'm just thinking of some things because that's what I do. But I'm just now kind of thinking of what I was just talking about with gifts. Because it's weird that I say that, oh, I hate gifts. I hate getting gifts. But on that other side of the coin, I really like giving gifts. And I don't know why in my head that's registered as, you know what? Giving stuff? That's completely fine. But when you receive stuff in my head, it's like, oh, no. I don't know why it's weird. I don't know what this, strange double standard I have decided to give myself, but it's kind of weird that I just now kind of thought of it, and it is just kind of how that is. Strange. I don't know why my mind is. Gifts are weird. Like I don't even like it when my family gets me stuff, unless it's like a day that makes sense. Like, if my parents give me something on my birthday, or I get gifts on my birthday, it's like, you know what? Okay, I'm not gonna complain because it makes sense to do it on that day, but any other day, if you give it to me just like on, I don't know, you give me a gift on like the 2nd of February. Why? It's Groundhog's Day. Why are you giving me a gift? It just, that weirds me out. Freaks me out. I'm not sure if anyone else is like that, to where they hate receiving gifts, but that's why, I don't know why, I'm always so, like, negative, like, don't give me anything, don't gift me anything, I hate it. It's very uncomfortable, and I don't know why. And I also want to turn it off, but I also am too lazy to learn how to find it out, and I don't know how, so that's the thing. So I'm also thinking about it too, because I have recently bought a lot of citrus. Like, I have a lot of oranges, or clementines specifically. I have a lot of lemons and other sort of stuff like that. And I'm kind of thinking, do I want to make a more chong? Because making chong from that just little blueberry experience is quite fun. It is quite interesting to make chong. It's very simple too. Especially since all I would really need to do is just to, since I can use a vacuum sealer, and that is the most effective way for me to do it, since it's easier for storage, fermentation, and keeping it clean, and blah 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 blah. It's like, should I? I most likely am going to, if I just don't find the time to eat them or use them, so I'm probably going to do it for a last-ditch effort to make sure it doesn't go bad. But you know, it's like one of those things. Makes it think. Makes it think. I mean, if there's anything I am going to do today, though, so when I did go shopping today, I got some boneless, skinless chicken thighs, so I take this time to just prep my dinner out. I'm gonna make karage. Bleh. I don't need to try and make an accent for everything. Bleh. So I'm gonna make karage. I'm gonna make that, and simple, it's delicious, it's good. So I'm gonna make that. It's essentially fried chicken, by the way, which is why I kind of want to make it. But also, it's just a little bit of lemon, maybe a little bit of rice. Nothing crazy. Especially since tomorrow and today, I want to try and keep it as simple as possible because the family are gonna be trying to cook, and I'm not saying they can't cook, because they definitely can. My family can definitely cook, but oh my god, I'm gonna be eating a lot. I need something simple. I need to ready my metabolism. Because I know I'm not gonna. Also good to get chicken thighs. Maybe I can do like a nice soup later in the week. Good. Chicken noodle. Or just make a chicken sauce. So much possibility. Chicken is so versatile. I can just make a fried chicken sandwich even. So versatile. Sonic, are you still there? If you are, I got a question. Because since you are studying the Nihon... Oh, you are? Okay, cool. I'm going to accidentally dox you, but purposely dox you, because I want to ask you a question. You are probably within vicinity of being able to get the best karage. How is it over there? Have you tried any yet? Or have you tried to make any yet? It's such a simple thing, but I imagine they must do it pretty good over there, no? Crispy, crunchy, not yet. You should though. Such a simple, delicious thing. Very comfort food-esque. And I like going very simple with my stuff, so I'm gonna just put in some ginger, powdered ginger, not too much, rice wine, and nice thing of carrot, and lastly, a little bit. Soy. Just for the salt now. Sodium content. It's practically the McDonald's. They love fried stuff. It's practically the McDonald's of Japan. Just the fried food restaurant. I mean, that doesn't sound terrible. Sounds actually kind of nice, actually. Because I imagine they're also using probably better ingredients over there. Japan. I'm thinking about going to Japan sometimes. I really want to go to Japan. Hey, if I go to Japan, Sonic, do you want to meet up? Ooh. Bumped into the mic there, sorry. Yeah, at some point, I think either next year or maybe the following, I'm gonna go to Japan. I just wanna go to Japan. Nothing else to it. Go to Japan, do some stuff, do some things, see some sights. Maybe even try and kidnap Sonic. Tie him to a tree and go bye-bye and walk away. I wouldn't do that. time to it. That's too. Who do you think I am, Brian? Alright. Well, that we are 3 minutes away from the big time to be finished. And, well, those look pretty good. And the mini loaf also looks kind of cute. Smell great though. They smell really good. But are they done? Question. They are in fact not. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. They only need 5 more minutes. The outsides are nice and crispy cooked, but the inside is just barely there. So, I am going to really quickly do something really fun, very nice. And this is just to make the bread even more moist and soft. So I'm going to get a little bit of cream and just put it in this little tiny container. I know this bread is done, so I'm definitely going to do it for this one. This bread, this loaf is definitely finished. So I dunk my brush and just give it a nice little wiping. Nice little brushing of milk. Helps keep it moist, give it a nice shine. Keep it nice and rich on the inside still. While also just kind of being still kind of too nice and buttery, but also still milky. So, yeah. It's almost like putting butter on bread. But, not butter, it's cream. Which is kind of like butter, but it makes it nice and shiny. That. For listening. Well, you just gotta wait. We'll give it 3 minutes. 2 minutes have already passed. So we'll give it 3 more. And then I think we will end stream for the You can actually see my shadow here. I'm just kind of like fidgeting right now. Not really doing nothing, just swaying side to side, moving my hands side to side. I don't know what to do with myself right now. It's not like how I do just chatting streams because, fun fact, you may or may not know this, but my memory is really bad. So, it kind of sounds stupid. But when I do just chatting streams, I like to have a little book next to me of writing things down, of like things that I've done or want to talk about. And, well, I talk about it. And then I kind of have like bullet points of things I'd like to talk about. And then sometimes I follow them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I can just go off and talk a mile a minute. But I need a booklet to actually learn how to talk because I'm so bad at talking. I need a small handicap because my talking and speech skills are just that bad. So, yeah. Fun stuff, I guess, right? Woe is... Wow, look at that. As you can see, it fully absorbs into the bread too. And ooh, wow, look at how, okay. Let me just look at how soft that looks. Ooh. Looks like a pound cake. buns are done. Just like before. Light brushing. And there you have it. Milk bread, but bun form. And extra milk bread. Very cool. Soft. I know it's a thing where you don't want to let bread rest. But since this is extra, I don't very much care. I ruined the crumb. But I just want to try and taste it, see how it is. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, actually. Wait a minute. No. This is so much better than brioche. Oh my god, that is probably one of the best breads I have ever made. It's rich, it's fluffy, it's soft, it's buttery. And it's not incredibly sweet. It's literally like buttered white bread, but without any of the nasty preservatives in it. That is incredibly good. Oh my god. Oh, these are gonna turn out so good too. Oh my god. I'm gonna take a picture. Gotta really quickly make sure I threw on this fruit leather. It's gonna take a long time to do. Pictures, take pictures. Yeah, those look good. I'm gonna try to take them out of the containers right now because I would like to show you the fun thing that everyone likes to do with bread of like pulling them apart. But they seem to be a little stuck. Alright, we try and free the bread. Free the bread! I might honestly eat these today. I'm not sure if they're gonna make it to my family's house because they taste really good. I'm not sure if I want to even share them. Oh wow, they're so jiggly. They came out very nicely, so that's a good thing. Wow, look at that. Look at how jiggly they are. Ooh. Soft. So even and delicious looking color. Alright. Well, I guess the more important thing though is the thing that, you know, YouTube, TikToks, and all that stuff they like to do. Well, I'm gonna try and be sure I can make this as close to the camera as I can. gonna get a glove on as well, just to help us keep the heat minimal. Hold this right in your face. Right. Right. Go. Hopefully this is good for your viewing pleasure. Hopefully. Alright, go. I'm not sure that was good enough. So here, I'll do one more, and I'll actually have good control. Right. I really should let these cool down before I do that. But, yeah, these are really nice breads. And I'm gonna let that cool off, and then actually do a nice video of it, maybe. But I think we're done for today. I am gonna really quickly, before we close off, I want to make myself get some. Want another slice of here. It is really good bread. Oh, also my phone battery's almost dead too. Alright. There we go. Yeah. Good stream. This was fun. I am definitely gonna be sure to eat some nice lovely bread right now, because this is really amazing stellar bread. And make sure I eat a whole bunch of these. But I will check Discord after I'm done. But that bread, really good. And it is honestly one of the best breads I have ever made. I'm gonna definitely change the recipe on my document sheet. If you want to make this bread recipe, I would wholeheartedly suggest that you make this bread. This is actually an incredibly tasty bread. I was just testing this recipe, but this is really good, honestly. One of the better breads I've made, so very much recommend that you try this yourselves, yes? It's not hard to make either. You just kind of throw it all into a bowl, you mix it by hand, and there you go. That's that. Nothing more to it. I'm gonna actually make sure I put the description. Change the description right now because I forgot to put the artist credit, the recipe booklet. But now if you refresh your page, you will see it. Alright, so I gotta go test out, change that recipe out a bit. You should all try and look into making that bread, because this is shockingly good. I did not expect to make it this good, but it is. So thank you for tuning in today. That's it for today. I'm gonna be going to go making myself a good lunch, I think. So, thank you for tuning in today. I know it was a little bit of an impulse because I was supposed to stream yesterday, but things happened yesterday of like, I wanted to watch a stream. So, thank you for tuning in today. You have a good one. I will see you next week. I don't know when, but I will see you next week, alright? Have a good one. Sonic, are you streaming right now? Because I will raid you via Twitch. You are not. How dare you? But, there looks like to be no one on Twitch that we can go raid anyways, unfortunately. So, we're just gonna end it off here. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'ma go do my own thing. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, thank you. I will see you all around. Otsukichi, and I will see. Bye-bye. Bye. Ciao.